verses 15 through 20. Isaiah 28 we're going to start at. You know, we in the season of the witch. And that's what's coming up at the end of this month, what they call Halloween. And with the actual witches or those that worship Satan, they call it Samhain or Samhain. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy Google search of group. It's pure witchcraft. Got to do with child sacrifice and everything. We're gonna start Isaiah 28. Get it in and find you know what's in this fossilized custom about Halloween. Find it. We're gonna get it in. Got it Isaiah 28.
Isaiah 28.
Go to verse 15 through 20.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
We have made a covenant with death. This is a death culture, death lifestyle. From the gang-banging culture, dig, to us violating one another, down to what we teach our children. Halloween is coming up at the end of this month. It has nothing to do with the Bible. Halloween is actually an ancient satanic day in which they sacrifice children. So we double back with this Bible, and it says, ye have made a covenant with death. Come on, bro.
And with hell are we at agreement.
You in agreement with the grave, with hell. You see what I'm saying? So this whole lifestyle that we're talking about is backwards. Because the Most High told us to choose life. You got that in there already? Wrap Deuteronomy for me. Hold that, Will. Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30, verse 15 to 19. The Lord said, choose life. We've made a covenant with death. Why is that? Who are we really following out here? Remember, the Bible also says you reap what you sow. So if you're sowing wickedness, you're raising your children in a death lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Especially in doing Halloween. Halloween is Satan's second highest Sabbath day. A lot of people don't know that. You look at it like it's innocent, oh, it's just for the babies, it's just for the kids. Halloween has nothing to do with the God of the Bible. And it don't even matter if you dress it up and call it a trunk or treat. But that's what the pastors, the pig-meat-eating pastors are doing that today. Knowing it's wicked, instead of putting it down, they say, you know what? We're going to get a whole bunch of candy, put it in our trunks of our cars, and we still going to keep the ritual of Halloween. We just going to call it a trunk or treat. The Bible says because you in league with death. You done made a covenant with death. You don't even know that. And now look at the results around here. Everybody's a gangbanger, a jack artist. Listen to the lyrics and all the music. Everybody's talking about murder, death. All your rappers have sold out. They all talking about them giving their soul over to Lucifer, Satan, the enemy. But we, the crazy ones, like you'll look at us like we crazy because we're telling you the truth. Halloween has nothing to do with the God of the Bible. We are in the season of the witch. People that are professed witches celebrate Halloween. And guess what? They don't even believe in your God. They know he exists, they know he's real, but they do not serve him. Right? The God of the Bible said choose life. You got that Deuteronomy 30?
Deuteronomy 30, verse 15.
Yeah, 15 on down.
Okay. Deuteronomy 30, verse 15.
What it say, Israel?
See, I have set before thee this day life and good.
The Most High say he set before us life and good. Right? Come on.
And death and evil.
Death and evil. So you can get death too if you run around here violating. See, that Halloween ain't got nothing to do with the God of the Bible. Nothing. It's a witch's holiday. People that are witches celebrate Halloween. Come on, brother.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
And that I command thee this day to love the Lord and the Lord thy power.
Yeah.
To walk in his ways and to keep his commandments.
To keep what?
His commandments.
Not a religion, his commandments. His commandments say hate what's evil. Don't bring the works of another God before God. Halloween is the works of another God. Right in the Bible. So why the pig-meat-eating preacher ain't gonna tell you that? That should be the first red flag go up. Why the preacher ain't told me that? Why he got us coming up to church on Halloween still and calling it a trunk or treat? Why am I dressing my child up like a ghost? Like a little goblin? And then you look around. Look around. Everybody's a killer now. Everybody's a whore, a murderer. Why? Because we inherited a death culture. A deaf lifestyle that has nothing to do with the God of the Bible. You cannot eat at the table of the Lord and the table of the devil. The Christ and Satan are not sitting down playing Xbox together. They are enemies. Come on, brother.
In that I command thee this day to love the Most High thy power, to walk in his ways and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply.
That thou mayest live and multiply. So you want to live, you know, they still searching for the fountain of youth, right? Here it is right here.
Right.
You want to live, you want to multiply, do what thus saith the Lord. And notice he said he commanded it. He didn't give advice. He didn't say if you feel like doing it. If you want to live, if you want to multiply your days on this earth, start doing what thus saith the Lord. And more importantly, if you want to get into the kingdom that's coming, because everything we seeing is passing away. If you want into the kingdom that's coming, Christ got next. If you want in that, you got to be doing what thus saith his Father. You got to be keeping the charge. You have to put down pagan ideologies such as Halloween, Christmas, Easter, all that has nothing to do with the God of the Bible. None of it. All right, come on, brother.
And the Most High thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Yeah.
Verse 17. But if thy heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods.
Worship who?
Other gods.
There are other gods. See that? Most High made a distinction. He said, but if you don't listen and your heart be drawn away, so you start lusting and serving other gods. Come on, brother.
And serve them.
And serve them. Service is action. See that? So it's more than just lip service, even with our God. It ain't lip service, it's action. What proves we serve the God of the Bible? What's the action behind it? It's you keeping the commandments, statutes, laws, and judgments of the God of this Bible right here. Believing in the prophecies and all that. That's the service. So likewise with another God, what's the service to another God? You
doing what he tells you to do.
Doing the rituals, the body of notes, keeping the order that other God told you. That's what that comes down to. So you are in service to another God, all while believing you down with Christ. That's the problem. You think you down with Christ, but see the worship of Christ or the following of Christ is action. To follow him, you must walk behind him. Walk as he walked. That's action. It's not lip service. So you're in service to other gods. Just because they renamed them, the holidays don't mean the origin and the reason they came into fruition don't exist anymore. Right. Just because they're not physically, well, you don't know that, we know because we do the research, but on a mass scale, physically they're not sacrificing little children no more, but it's a spiritual sacrifice. Because your children grow up not knowing no reason why they do any of these things. Come on, brother.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land.
Now check this out. That's a straight up message, ain't it? That's no way you can misinterpret that. He said, if you go serving you another God, I'ma tell you this day, you surely gonna perish. You gonna die. Hey, but look, we talk to you like that, and it's hateful in your ears, right? But our God get down like that. We come speaking his words. His words say you are going to die if you continue on in that transgression. But now the pig meat eating preacher gonna tell you God is all love. He's love, but his love is keeping his commandments. Feel me? God got the other side you don't want to see either. Come on, brother.
Whether thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it, I call heaven and earth to record this day against thee, against you.
Heaven and earth. Two witnesses against you, black man, woman, and child. Two witnesses. Heaven and earth. Come on.
That I have set before you life and death.
Yeah.
Blessings and curses.
Yeah.
Therefore, choose life.
Do what?
Choose life.
Choose life. Halloween is the death custom. See that? And the reason we talking about it early because it's at the end of the month. By the end of the month, hopefully a lot of y'all have put it down. But we know stiff neck is real.
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna come out here the week before and let you know about this wickedness is coming. You hear me? We gonna tell you weeks in advance, months in advance, all year round. Because if my 3-year-old daughter can understand it's wicked, ask yourself why a grown man or woman can't. I told my daughter one time Halloween is wicked. She come tap me on my shoulder every time she sees something that's wicked. Daddy, wickedness. That's right, baby, wickedness. And make sure you tell your teachers and all them when you get into school. It's
all
wicked.
praises.
You see that? Now, if my little baby can learn and understand that, why can't a grown man or a woman, right? Now you gonna dress your child up like a little hobgoblin, like a little crip.
They don't be wanting to let go of the traditions of men.
Yeah, that's what it is. But notice the Lord say, I set before you life and death. Choose life that you may live. I'd rather you live, right? But if you choose death, you're going to get that as well. That's the side don't nobody want to talk about dealing with the Most High. The Most High is a man of war, straightforward with it, strict, discipline. But if you're doing what he say, man, he'll hook you up, he'll bless you, right? But if you don't, he going to spin arrows on you. And that's there to keep us fearing him. You're supposed to fear. You ought to be in fear of the man that created everything. The power that created everything in existence. You ought to be feared.
Who had the highest body count.
Yeah, the highest body count on record. You ought to fear him. Not playing around like he the tooth fairy or something. That's serious. You ought to fear the Most High. And see, fear lasts longer than love anyway, man. You see that? You get over on people you love all the time. But you won't double cross the nigga you fear in the streets. Feel me? Because you know he ain't playing.